Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. Hopefully things are treating you well. I know that the energy the last few weeks hasn't necessarily been the best. So if it hasn't been treating you well, it has most likely been giving you information that is helpful for you as you continue forward on your path. I know that I have been receiving information for myself that has been helpful for this. So don't think that you're alone in this what's going on right now in the world and in life right now. We're all having to change our beliefs in regards to things that have been holding us back, and I've been having to do that work myself as well. So I just wanted to give you that information before I move into the energy for the week for April 20th to the 26th, because it's really going to be helpful for you in terms of the information that you're going to be receiving this week. This is a time for you to reflect on the lessons that you have learned since the beginning of 2025. Mercury, Venus, Mars have all been retrograde and they all gave you information that can help you on your path forward. But you have to take that information and you have to actually do something with it. So this is a great week to do that, but be careful. There is still high energy this week, even though it's lesser than the energies that it has been. This is still a time where you could feel a lot of conflict, either from within yourself or in your outside environment. So if you feel that conflict, take a moment to sit with it. Don't just react. Remember that you might not be able to change how other people react to you, but you can change your own reaction. So it's important that you remember that this week. It is a lesson that will help guide you through these tough times and these tough energies. What is it that you are going to do in order to change what is going on in your own life? Take that, use that, harness that power for your own advantage. Okay, so sun, rising signs. We're going to move into that section of this video. Pay attention to what the cards have to say about your sun and rising sign, as each of them can provide you with great information to help you to figure out either what it is that you need to heal or how it is that you can go about that work. So, like always, we're going to start off with Aries. Aries, your card this week is devotion. So, this is a time for you to be devoted to yourself, which is a good thing for you to harness that energy and work with. Devote yourself to a practice. Find something that works for you that brings out that best side of yourself. Use that devotion to help you to heal whatever it is that's coming up, to work with whatever it is that's coming up. You need to take that information and you need to work with it. But use this practice that you've been developing and you've been devoting yourself to help move you through that energy. Taurus, your card this week is Ascended Masters. So this is a time for you to connect up. This is a time for you to work with your guides and to work with whoever it is that you feel most comfortable with. Take the information, take the intuitive guidance that you're being given, and allow that information to sit with you and to work with you. You're being given the information for a reason. Take that information that you're being given and look at it. Just see what it has to say. How do you feel about that information? And once you have that information, you can kind of move forward from there. Consult with your guides this week as they have important information for you on your path. Gemini, your card this week is transformation. So you're going through a period of transformation. Who isn't right now, right? But Gemini, this is particularly important for you this week, whether it's sun or rising sign. Something in your life is shifting and changing, and you need to harness that energy. You need to move with it. You're being given the guidance and the information for the direction that you need to go. Take that information and do something with it. If you don't do something with it, then you're just going to continue on the path that you're on. And while that may be the safe and it may be the comfortable route, this isn't the time for you to be safe or comfortable. This is the time for you to transform. Take that information, harness it, use it for good. You know the steps that you need to take. So take them and move forward and transform. Cancer, your card this week is Sacred Union. So this is a time for you to get into your feelings, especially with somebody else. Now, Sacred Union doesn't necessarily have to be in relationship with somebody else, although it typically does. But what you can do in terms of that sacred union, if you want it to be just a practice amongst yourself, is you can develop some sort of sacred ritual that you can perform on your own. Use that sacred union to help provide you with the information that you need so that you can take steps forward. Sacred union relationships oftentimes can reveal information to us that we might not think about otherwise. Use the information that you learn in relationships to give you the course that you need to take going forward. Leo, yours is open heart. So this is a time for you to open up your heart. Now, Leo is totally consumed with the heart, period, in astrology. So this is a really perfect card for you. But you may have been closing your heart off, or you may have been restricting yourself from feeling what it is that you need to feel. Feel from your heart. Open your heart up, open yourself up to the possibilities and tap into that. Your heart won't steer you wrong. You just have to be willing to open it up and accept it and let that information in. So work from your heart this week, as that has the most guidance and the most information to give you. Virgo, your card this week is intention. Intention can be a challenging thing for us a lot of times because we think that we have our intention, but when it comes to actually manifesting your intention, you have to work from the place where you already have it. Work with that intention this week. Play with it. How can you change it so that you can make it something that progresses and moves you forward? Do something with the intentions that you have. Writing a list of goals or intentions is all well and good, but if you don't actually do anything with it, then what information is it actually providing you or doing in your life? Take the intentions that you have and harness it and move that energy forward so that you can start to shift out of whatever energy has been coming. Libra, your card this week is passion. What lights you up, Libra? It's as simple as that sometimes. And we often get in our own way in terms of what these things are supposed to mean. I'm sure that I know that you do that. You can get in your own way in terms of trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong. This is a week for you to work from what lights you up, what brings passion into your life. Passion is something that can give us energy and can propel us forward. So work with what lights you up this week and use that information to help answer the questions that you have in terms of what your next chapter looks like. Scorpio, your card this week is deception. So this can mean two things. It can either mean that you've been deceiving yourself about something or someone, or somebody else is deceiving you. Either one works, or it could be one and the same. This deception has been holding you back and keeping you from taking the path and moving forward. You need to see the deception for what it is. And this is a great week for that, as there is an aspect this week that asks you to dig deep and to look for the truth. Look for the truth in the situation. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to confront the person. I wouldn't advise confronting the person unless it's absolutely necessary, at least not in person. You can do it in other ways that are better ways to handle that interaction. It's not going to get you what you want if you confront the person. But use that deception and start to figure out what it is that you want to do about it, how it is that you may need to shift it. Now, it may mean at some point in time that you end up leaving a job or you end up leaving a relationship, but that is the result of you seeing the truth and you doing the work on yourself so that you can take that next step forward. So, this is a week for you to see the deception for what it is. And in later weeks, you can work with the energy and move forward from there. Sagittarius, your card this week is initiation. So you are starting something new this week. You want to incorporate that newness, that sense of freedom that you're always looking for, Sagittarius. But start something new. You don't know whether it's going to be something that you enjoy doing or something that does give you freedom or something that gives you information that you haven't had before unless you try it. So this is a week for you to try something new and to see whether it's something that you enjoy. If you don't like it, then you can put it aside and you can start something else. But this is a week for you to try new things and see what works and what doesn't. Doesn't work, let it go. Capricorn, your card this week is Goddess of Earth. So this is an opportunity for you to get outside, connect with yourself, ground yourself, connect with your body specifically in terms of yourself. It's something that a lot of us can often do is we can leave our body behind and think that, you know, our minds just need to control us. But you're naturally an earth sign. This is something that you should be able to do naturally. You should be able to settle within your body. And if for some reason you're not, as I said, get back outside, do something that connects you to the goddess of earth. Put soil in your hands, whatever it is, walk barefoot, although it's not necessarily the best time of year to do that here in Maine. It's get muddy and there's snow and all that other stuff. But this is a great opportunity for you to connect with that part of yourself that is grounded and intentional and let that energy just kind of sit with yourself. And when you're outside in nature, oftentimes and in amongst the elements, you can get guidance and information to help move you forward. So if you spend some time outside, the goddess of earth will reveal more information to you to help you with those next steps. Aquarius, your card this week is fear. So fear is coming up with inside of you. Now, the only way to do something about fear is to actually step through it. So step through the fear this week and don't let it control you. You need to shift things, you need to change things, and you know that deep down, but the fear has been keeping you back. Don't let the fear hold you back. The fear is just, it's there as a mechanism. It's means to keep you safe, but it doesn't actually keep you safe. It just keeps you stuck. So step outside of your fear this week and let that energy come through you. Harness the fear for good so that you can move up in terms of how you feel energetically. And Pisces, your card this week is truth. It is time for you to see the truth for what it is. It can get easy to be in the energy of escapism and to not see things for what it is, or to prevent yourself from seeing what it is. But this is a week where you should see the truth. It's important that you see the truth for what it is until you do that, you can't harness the energy and move forward. And this is a great week for you to see the truth. So again, I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. I would love to hear from you. You can find me at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The energies this week are still really big. So be kind to yourself and other people. Do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, first and foremost. Work with the energies, see where it takes you. As I said, something is coming up for every person, whether they are telling you that information or not. As I said, I know myself, energy has been coming up, and there are things that I thought that I had worked on that all of a sudden I'm having to circle back and peel another layer off the onion and see what comes up that time. So allow things to come up, work with them so that you can move them forward. I will see you next week, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.